Steubenville Big Red is playing like the #1 ranked team in the Ohio Valley Big School poll. The unbeaten Big Red scored the first 4 times it had possession en route to a convincing 41-8 victory over winless Woodrow Wilson of Washington, D.C. A homecoming crowd at Harding Stadium got its money's worth as the Big Red offense rolled up 407 yards to avenge a loss last season to the Tigers. Big Red coach Stack said, "I can't say enough about our offensive line, and our defense played solid, as usual. The difference between last year, when things mushroomed on us, is our effort. Since day one in practice, our kids have dedicated themselves to putting everything on the field, and the results speak for themselves." Big Red, however, suffered a potential loss on the first play from scrimmage when senior tackle Jared Angelica was removed from the game with a knee injury. But the Big Red offensive machine continued to roll. With Matt Vane at the quarterback controls, the Big Red wasted no time exerting its dominance over the visitors. On the third play from scrimmage, Big Red linebacker Ryan Doran intercepted a Tiger pass on the Wilson 42-yard line. It took only 8 plays for Big Red to break the scoring ice on a 1-yard up-the-middle burst by junior fullback Todd Filtz, who was selected Intelligencer's Sophomore of the Year last season. The play followed a 20-yard pass connection from Vane to Filtz to the 1. Steubenville then tacked on 2 more touchdowns after halting the Tigers on downs. The first series started at the Big Red 36 and took 8 plays to cover 64 yards. Vinny West, a cat-quick senior tailback, capped the march with a 3-yard burst-off tackle with 1:12 on the first period clock. Early in the second frame, Big Red stopped the visitors on downs at the Wilson 42-yard line. 9 plays later, Big Red padded the cushion to 20-0 as Vane sneaked over from a yard out with 6:40 on the clock. Big Red added another tally before intermission when Megan Jones was crowned homecoming queen. After a Wilson punt, the hosts covered 60 yards in 6 plays. West skirted end on a 25-yard gainer to the Tiger 10. 2 plays later, West scored his 11th TD of the season on an 8-yard end run with 2:03 left in the half. Big Red tacked on 2 more scores in the third period for a 41-0 upper hand. John Healy intercepted a Tiger pass on the Big Red 4 to start a 96-yard, 11-play scoring march. The key gainer was a 42-yarder around end by West to the Wilson 21. Vane speared tight end Brian Radakovich in the end zone for an 11-yard scoring play with 3:07 on the clock. In the final minute of the period, Brian Benton outraced the Wilson defense on a 67-yard end run. Mike Batalo kicked his 5th conversion for a 41-0 reading. Wilson took the kickoff and ended their scoring drought with an 8-play, 69-yard drive. Quarterback Avery Bowden connected with Andre Wallace on a 27-yard pass play to the Big Red 9. 2 plays later, Bowden skied end for the final 9 stripes with 10:16 left to play. With Big Red substituting freely, Wilson marched to the Big Red 2-yard line before stalling on downs with 4:35 on the clock. West led Big Red with 155 yards on 18 rushes. Vane completed 5 of 10 passes for 91 yards. Bowden led Wilson with 144 passing yards on 11 of 27 completions. Big Red, ranked number 2 in the Ohio Division III poll by the Associated Press, visits state-ranked Boardman next Friday before returning home to entertain Edison.
Ready, break!